up YouTube? Quick video update of the Cape 24 Civic. Doing a quick modification to our fuel system, which includes our flex fuel sensor. What we'll be doing in this video is I'll be showing you guys how I installed mine, the parts that I used, and the way we're going to be running it. So here's my E85 kit I got all put together, including with all the fittings, our OEM plug that you're just gonna have to wire up to your ECU, and then we got our 45 fitting, which is gonna fit my style fuel system. So if any of the guys that already did a fuel system like mine and you would like to add in the flex fuel, all the fittings will be included because I will be offering this kit. So if you guys are interested, you guys can message me on Instagram, which is OEM Works, and I will have this kit available. It's gonna come with or without the mount. This is who makes the mount for the flex fuel sensor. So it's a bracket, real nice and neat. You don't really need this, but it just makes it more secure and definitely a lot nicer. Real nice and clean piece. So that's the mount. The fittings we need for the actual sensor are the press fittings. These are 6 to 3 flare press fittings. So I got all the correct fittings for the system. I'm gonna go ahead and install it. I'm gonna explain a little bit more about it. So if you guys are interested in this kit, like I said, just message me and it'll save you the headache of having to find piece by piece. So here we got all our equipment that we're going to be needing for our installation. I know it looks like a mess right now, but it's going to come out real nice and neat. You guys will need, if you guys followed the previous video, you guys will need the same tap. It's an M6, and we will need to tap one more new hole for the bracket just to make it real nice and neat. And the bracket does come with the hardware, but I will show you guys, we only need one of these because of the way we're going to be mounting it. And then like I said, we really don't need this bracket, but I'm just going for the neatness and cleanliness of the install. Alright, so what we're going to go ahead and do first is we're going to put together our E85 flex fuel sensor. And all we're doing here is adding our AN fitting. As you guys can see, that's what's gonna secure it. And all it is I don't know if you guys can see in there, but it's a O-ring fitting seal. And just like that, you go from a 3 hardline to a AN6 fitting. Same thing with the other side. And then what I'm gonna do here is I'm gonna get my AN wrench, and I'm gonna give it an extra snug little tightness here, just so it's nice and tight. And just like that, you have your flex fuel sensor with AN fittings. So our engineer freely bracket is real simple to install, and I'm gonna show you guys the way I'm gonna do it on my car. So first you have to get this nice and sealed in there first, and seats right in. So the way mine's going to be mounted in the car, it's actually going to be like this due to positioning. So we are just able to do the bracket like this just so it looks nice and straight. But before we clamp it down, I need to get in the car and drill our hole for our mounting screw. So now if you guys followed the original fuel line video kit, we already have our fitting here. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna bring my 45 and do the mounting, and I'll show you guys the routing. So I'll show you guys, I want this to go about right here. only because of fitment. And as you guys can see, it'll kind of fit clean with the way I want to route my lines. And then right here I'll get a nice little 45 angle. I could have probably routed it somewhere like this, but it would have just looked kind of too crammed in there. So I kind of like the way it looks right here. Kind of like that. So I'm gonna get my fitting and my line, kind of set it, and then we're gonna figure out where we're gonna drill this hole at. So I got my line done, which is from it's gonna be a straight female, because we had already our fitting here. So one straight female to a 45-degree angle AN6 fitting, and just the way it mounted up there looks real nice. So it gives us just enough space right here to mount it perfectly. Got our mount nice and installed. I know you guys see the wording backwards, but it's not because I put the actual part on backwards. It's the way the mount is designed. So that's the way we're gonna have it set. So gonna finish up installing the rest of the pieces and show you guys the final outcome. Got our final outcome. Just gotta button everything down here, tighten down these little Allen heads, and then tighten down both of our fittings here, so we'll be nice and secure. And then we did add a 45-degree angle here from the return, because when we come with both of these lines, they should match up here coming back up to the engine. And I'll be showing you guys the rest of the fuel once we install the actual swap. But for now, I just wanted to show you guys our flex fuel sensor. What do you guys think about that install there? So now a little bit of the info on why we ran the return flex fuel sensor. A lot of people run it on the main inlet of the feed of the fuel, and there are adapters where you can get like an inline flex fuel adapter for your main line. But just from doing my research and speaking to a few of my friends, like We Have Shit Up and my friend Armin, they recommended going in the return because it doesn't stop the fuel pressure. If you guys notice, those other inline kits, they reduce the pressure about 7 to 10 psi. So when you run it on your return like I did here, you don't run the risk of reducing your main line psi pressure. So that's the reason why I did it on the return, as you guys see here. And yeah, that's pretty much it there. I think it came out nice. The only thing now we're gonna have to do is wiring up our flex fuel sensor plug here. But pretty much you got yourself a complete flex fuel sensor kit there, ready to go. Really excited about putting the rest of these parts on because we're getting real close to doing the engine. Also, for the guy that left the message on the power folding mirror install video, you asked me about this particular switch. You can actually have it. I haven't been able to find the person that messaged that, so if you want it, just message me on OEM Works on Instagram, and yeah, I'll get it shipped out to you, no problem. I'm not gonna use it. So I did see your message, I just wasn't sure if I even had the switch anymore, but I found it, so it's all yours if you want it. So that's pretty much it as far as update on the car. We are gonna reroute our oil catch can. I'm still thinking where we should route it, whether we should put it here or maybe here. Still got some choices to make as far as this goes, but getting real close here, guys. So comment, subscribe, and let me know what you guys think.